2.93. What does that actually mean?
I don't know.
Does
I didn't create the stat.
It means like the average
number
kill.
of heroes involved per kill.
Yeah, average kill. They have like about 3 heroes.
Is that high? I don't know.
I think that sounds pretty average. I would guess.
It's high-ish.
What's the lowest number?
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Give us a range.
What's our average?
Who are the outliers?
He's just making this up, right?
So 2.3 to 2.95 is a pretty good range from what I'm gathering. So
is it good to have a higher number? Is that automatically a good thing?
Does that mean
inefficiency?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What if you could just get a perfect one?
So,
you know,
okay.
You want more.
Every one of your heroes
assist
just
gold.
It's not a stat that's about good or
Yeah, but you
bad.
could be
It's
doing
just
other
more
stuff.
about
Yeah,
it's
style?
grouping up. Yeah, it's like how often do we group up? So that's like a higher number means you fight with your team more often. Lower number means you have more smaller skirmishes. I guess
it's the pub clump factor.
We've got a draft, boys. Can we hop into this here? Vici versus Cloud9.
Sure.
Can we do this thing?
All right.
Sure. All right. Well, we're going to do this thing in a moment
here.
I'm trying to drive.
You're swerving.
I feel like I'm swerving a little bit. I'm all over that yellow line. It's fun working with a new producer for the first time. You know, you got to read their body language when they're not talking to you. Oh, here we go. All right, boys. Vici versus Cloud9. Game 1. Best of 3. No elimination here, but woo! Get hype. Visage, Undying, banned out by Vici. Gyrocopter, Wisp from Cloud9. What do you think, Ken? How you feeling about these bans?
You did not bring me here to do draft analysis, so
I wanted to give you a chance.
Okay.
Maybe you can best Merlini.
I'm gonna defer to you guys.
Merlini, what do you think about these bans?
It's very similar to what we saw in the Series 1 today from Vici. It was like a lot of Gyro, Visage, and Undying. And then they took Wisp when it was available. They banned Queen of Pain one time.
Okay.
So Vici will take the Beastmaster. It was tried by Ray, but it wasn't that successful. Cloud9 really likes Beastmasters, though. So,
well, this is like the classic Cloud9 opener here. Chen, Dragonite, they're ready to push, but now we see some spice. Bounty Hunter second pick for Vici.
Yeah, the DK
spice.
The DK picks seem to really be growing in popularity. You guys are having a moment. But yeah, like looking at the Red Bull event, we saw IG really successful in, I think it was 2 games with Dragonite, and Cloud9 maybe take a page out of their book. Used to be a go-to fodder hero back in the old patch. He used to like his, I think it's Mech DK for a little while, as well as Troll Mech.
Oh, yeah. Has it been pretty much exclusively Silver Edge kind of go-to as that first big core item for DK so far?
BKB.
He just goes straight BKB?
A lot, when they're winning, they go Shadow Blade.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what 430 was doing as well.
Yeah, all about that Glimmer Cape build-up, dude. You get the Glimmer Cape, break it, get your Shadow Blade, and then you've got that casual cloak.
I guess the big difference here is they go for the Chen, though, not the Enchantress,
yes.
which IG seems to favor. Secret also seems to favor it a little bit more.
Chen's much better at taking down early towers. Enchantress better at killing people. And I think Chen's a lot safer of a pick, especially for a team like Cloud9.
Chen feels a little more versatile, and now that you can, scale a bit more with the Aghanims, take over the Granite Golem, things get a little easier.
Take over Beastmaster creeps.
Ah, that's a good point.
Easy.
Get that boar. So, next round of bans, Naga and Shadow Fiend taken out. Vici actually going to delve into the reserve time here. What do you
Vici has to be scared of the push because, Cloud9 just completely owned EG with a very similar draft.
It looks like the big strategy is like we're going to probably run this 4-position Bounty Hunter, stalk the Chen. We've seen that work some games really well, and some games it's just been a complete flop. Feels like a lot of it depends on like how much support the other lanes need. If like their secondary support can come and join the Chen and try to set up a kill on the Bounty Hunter early.
It takes a really experienced Chen to recover from a Bounty Hunter stalking.
Yeah,
like it's not easy. Some Chens make it look easy, but it is actually like he's on you all game.
It is a gamble for the Bounty Hunter early on though, because if they have Dust that he's not ready for, a Sentry Ward that he's not ready for, if he dies in those early levels, it can completely turn it around the other way, where Chen gets a nice little bit of experience out of it.
So the bans you can see from the second phase. So Vici's scared of the split push and EE getting super farmed, which is generally pretty guaranteed. I would say with a Chen, they can also pair it with a Caudal if they wanted to. That's still in the pool. Cloud9 banning out like Team Fighter AoE just because they're already really lacking on it. I'm surprised they picked up Bounty Hunter so early. I guess if they want it, they want it. But Beastmaster with a lot of physical damage, not really good versus Dragon Knight, and they definitely need some anti-push because Cloud9 seem to be veering in that direction.
So, do we think this is more likely to be a position 4 Bounty Hunter, or could this possibly just be your spice hero?
Used to be a go-to ice hero.
Yeah, I think it's probably Ice.
Oh, hi Twitch chat.
Getting your Fiend on.
I'm sorry, what did you say about the spice, Ben?
It could be either. I think it's probably Ice Ice though.
Okay. Interesting.
And then what about the support duo for Vici? We saw them run Shadow Demon, Priestess of the Moon. What is going on here?
We're on camera, so wave to your friends.
Hello. Oh, okay, I see.
Hi.
Guys,
I'm still here.
That one's the preview monitor. That
that's
one's
your
Lepus's computer. Or whoever's doing obs. Mont, I don't know who it is.
I don't know. What's going on in the draft? Is there a draft?
There is a draft.
No, there's no draft, dude.
It's third pick
But
for Cloud9. They're thinking about it.
What do FY and Fenrir do? Because sometimes they go like a very gank heavy and no AoE double support duo.
Yeah, we've seen how much for Vici Gaming, like old classic combos like the Shadow Demon Mirana they used to run. The FY Sand King has been a big hero but picking the Bounty Hunter, it feels like maybe they want to contest the Chen rather than try to just trade farm, which
I think Sand King's
used
really
to be
good,
their
though.
other big strategy.
I think Sand King's really
Sand
good
King could
versus
work.
their overall strategy.
They play a lot of Rubik as well in that kind of role.
They need magic damage though, especially versus Dazzle.
And they need
AoE.
some way to stop the push. And Bounty Hunter is not going to stop it. So either you have to shut down the Chen in the woods, or like a Sand King could work is like, oh, you push, well, you're going to get hit by an early blink epi potentially.
Yeah, I really like this opener from Cloud9 though. A lot of push potential. You've got great support from the Dazzle, big sustain, very easy sieging.
I think one of the classic like anti-push support duos is Sand King AA. It's anti-heal. It's huge AoE damage. So like Dazzle Grave isn't going to do anything, and it was like a couple patches ago, but I still definitely think it could work versus Cloud9's.
Okay. What about Rubik AA? Sort of not quite as
Rubik's
strong,
okay, but you just need like one of the reasons why Dazzle has been so good is just people have been going a lot of single target.
Maybe that Lesh Shadow Demon or Rubik coming out.
More
Any
likely
chance
Rubik.
of a core Lesh for this team?
I was just thinking that.
'Cause historically, it's always been support.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't think Super really plays the Lash.
I think it's good though, especially versus DK. Like so much magic.
I'm still waiting to see that like one position Lesh that gets like Octarine core. You know, 3 Octarine cores or something.
3 Octarine cores.
I know, but seriously, just like a super stacked one position Lesh. We saw it a bit from Musica and Southeast Asia for CSW.
saw somebody do it at Star Ladder. I'm forgetting who now.
It was
but
someone on my late. Oh, it was KYXY.
It was. You're right. But wow, some fun picks here. Cloud9 continuing with the push. Luna, great for these kind of lineups. You get the Aura, all that good stuff, the bouncy Glaives, but the Alchemist. Yes. I've been hoping for some cool Alchemist strats this patch.
Yeah, I think it'll be your standard super mid.
Super Alch, so Beastmaster off lane for Ice Ice Ice.
It could be support. They run support sometimes too. It's a little weak, but yeah,
I think it's more likely to be mid, especially against the
unless
Dragon
it's
Knight
like
against the melee. Alch pairs pretty nicely against the DK, also with the minus armor.
Roaming Alchlesh. I mean, I'm trying to think what else it could be.
I mean, I'm surprised they went with the Alch though, just because I don't really think you counter a lot of armor with minus physical. I think you just straight go magic damage. I guess that's where the Lesh comes in. But
Acid Spray is good for the anti-push though, just in general.
Yeah, it is.
Very
Definitely
big
is.
radius.
Well, Vici Gaming has the late game here.
10 mango radius.
Track gold, the Greevil's Greed, the free Aghanim Scepters. Well, not free, but the additional Aghanim Scepters for your team.
If this game goes on 3 hours.
Vici Gaming looking strong. And then Cloud9's like, no, you're not going 3 hours.
The thing about this Vici draft, though, is there are so many options here. Is it a mid Beastmaster, off-lane Beastmaster, support Lesh, support Alch? I mean, there's so many different ways you can lane this and set it up. It's kind of a big question.
Mid Bounty Hunter, EG style.
You know, it could happen. LC and Medusa, the final bans, and Cloud9 will have the first final pick.
Medusa would have been really good. That was a smart ban.
Do you still like that Ancient Apparition here for Vici?
I think it could work.
I mean, clearly from Cloud9, they have a lot of sustain, a lot of armor, and a lot of tower damage.
So magic damage that stops healing would seem pretty good.
But I don't know if they have that support position open.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what role they want to finish last. But yeah, I think a lot of magic AoE would be good. Not Tidehunter. Like, not necessarily like that.
Okay, well, Cloud9 get a Storm Spirit.
There's some lockdown for him with the roar.
Where does the storm go?
Yeah, who's Bone7 playing here? Envy Luna. I would have
think it's
thought
Bone Storm.
DK. So Bone Storm in the off lane.
Yeah, he's done it before. I think
Okay.
a solo off lane.
It's a little bit different, but interesting.
He has a lot of armor.
Yeah, it might with the Chen, in theory, Big Daddy can be stacky a lot for him. Give him some stacks to go back to in the jungle.
Yeah.
It really depends for Vici Gaming. Like like Ben was saying, who are the supports here? Because if it's Bounty Hunter support or Alchemist support or even Beastmaster support, they're not really the best zoning support. Certainly not against the Storm. Good armor, pretty good auto attack early game. So depending on who they are, he could get quite a bit out of the offlane.
What's a good support that?
Or maybe they even go like Luna aggressive tri-lane and they're expecting a Storm 1v1 in the safe lane.
Yeah, that's possible. Witch Doctor. Okay, that gives you a little setup for the Lesh. More physical damage, though. I guess they're really hoping for that minus armor. Something tells me Vici might get a Solar Crest at some point.
Okay, so it is the...
Malediction, dude.
It is the Bone 7 Storm.
Yeah. All right.
Sometimes he runs really weird off lanes. Like solo, I saw him do Solo Spectre off lane once. He's done Solo Storm before, so it is in C9's playbook.
Okay. Thing about Storm, though, is if he falls behind early, doesn't get that momentum. I guess he can recover with stacks, but I feel like that's a hero that can really become a liability if he doesn't have the farm.
Well,
that
also
he
they're
needs.
very melee heavy too, right? If they run like a support like Bounty Hunter, he can't really zone versus Storm. He just drops Remnant, and
Yeah,
it also could have been like a support Beastmaster too. You're looking at a couple of heroes that can't actually do that much versus him. It's only the Witch Doctor this way. It is carry Lesh.
Great. How
Nice.
Lesh,
Well,
position
exciting.
1. Super takes
That
the
is
Alchemist. That'll be headed mid. So FY on the Bounty Hunter. Mr. Spicy, he's here on the Beastmaster.
Are you
keeping
going to
it
start calling him
interesting.
Spice?
I think so. I really like
Spice,
that.
Spice.
Spice. It fits the personality so well. That's really the thing about it.
Ken, are you going to...
You're going to get on people's nerves
entertain us
very
here?
quickly.
What? Oh my god, I'm here.
Yeah,
in the actual
protection.
game.
Ken's just like, who are these idiots and why am I sitting
Come on,
on the
Ken.
couch
Your
like-
Vulcan team is on the line.
You were like, I want you to come talk about fantasy, and now here I am in the actual.
You don't have to stay.
Okay, I'm out.
Drop.
Bring someone here that can say stuff.
You know, earlier when
I mean, you don't have to be here if you don't want to.
I guess.
Earlier when Vici won, Daryl came out of the room and told one of our staffers, "Oh, we just lost. It was really tough." And he made this sad face. So she comes into the room and she goes, "Oh, Vici just lost. What happened? Look, they were winning." We're like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Damn it, Daryl!" And she just goes storming out. Classic.
Actually, he did the same thing to me, like either 5 seconds before or after.
It's a predictable ploy. So here we go. FY already aggressively scouting things out here.
Got the mango.
Oh,
That looks like a very anime-ish Luna set.
it does actually. Very fitting for.
And he has the golden Luna thing.
Who is he today? Inaba Himiko.
Who is he today?
Ken, do you know what that's all about?
You don't know that anime?
No. Is that the one with the robots?
Huh? No, it's not. It's set in a high school.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
No, it's the one that is about the space exploration high school.
Oh, yeah. He's
I-
actually told people about that
I thought you were
witness
just
to.
being sarcastic.
So you've narrowed it down to 90% of
Yeah.
animes.
And
It's the one where the hero wins.
Okay, so we're underway here now. FY is going to be doing his counter jungling thing on the Bounty Hunter.
Does Chen have a lot of reveal on him? They only have two.
He's
okay,
just
so they have
he's
four
just
Sentinels,
heading
so-
top. He's like, I'm getting out of here, man.
They didn't really commit that much. Usually, when you see a bounty hunter, sometimes they like to ward up like 4 camps, but they only place 1 obs ward, so that's actually really good for Vici.
Okay, Super going the greedy build here. Agreeable's Greed level 1. So he's ready to farm.
The value
I don't think
point,
the
dude.
DK mid. Is that the value point now?
The
I
value
know they
point.
kind of tweaked the way it worked maybe 2 patches ago. So the level 1 is actually a value point now.
Yeah,
So I remember
it was a value point before. No one just got it.
I remember having this conversation with you like a
I know.
year ago about isn't Agreeable's level 1 value point? And I remember you telling me no.
It wasn't great, but it depends on what you're doing.
All right, I have to check the videotape here so we can prove we're leaning
FY
wrong.
looking for that courier snipe. Doesn't look like he's going to find it for now. And meanwhile, just dodging the zone jungle. I like this move from Big Daddy. Didn't waste any sentries. Bounty Hunter's not really getting anything done.
But they know where he's going to go since they have him reserve reward in their own side, on their safe
And
lane.
good discipline from Fada. Cloud9 used to be known for their support bounty with Pylai Die, so no surprise they know how to counter him.
Big Daddy has also played it a couple times, so
That's
he's,
true.
He's very
At the same time,
Very
though,
well
this
tuned.
does slow down Big Daddy, and if neither hero is getting much in the way of levels or farm, then that is a win for the Bounty Hunter for sure, especially given the draft.
So he's already doing a lightning build, which is much better anti-push than Edict. Edict might be better in lane, but lightning's I think better in this
Yeah,
situation.
you just have to get too close to use the Edict effectively. The Lightning, you can sit way back. Whoa, the cast bouncing around. Great setup here. Cloud9 in trouble. bo3 gets stunned. There's your first blood drawn by FY, but it will cost him his life. It's Big Daddy that gets the return kill. A 1-for-1 with Vici drawing the first blood.
That's pretty good for Vici, man.
I would say it's okay. Cloud9 only have 2 people up there, and Chen's still getting decent amounts of stuff.
So does that secure Chen's level 2?
Nice deny.
Deny. Yeah, almost level 3. This is working out well. So early point, is that called Penance? His level has things of Penitence. Yeah, Penitence. There's a T in there. Getting it this early on, thoughts, Merlini? We saw this at Starladder Season 12. I remember casting with Syndra and having trouble making sense of it. This is something Big Daddy does a lot.
I generally think Test of Faith is a lot better, but I mean, if you can't actually catch people, like for example, you have a Centaur creep and you need to lead up to it, and maybe you get a few more overload hits off. I mean, it's a little bit of slow. It got changed in a couple of versions.
How much slow is it at level 1? Is it 18%?
It's been changed and rescaled. It used to be 8.
Misery
Man,
in some
he
trouble.
is doing work in the off lane.
14%. Okay, it's close.
Almost solo kills Misery the
Oh my
board.
gosh, he barely lives.
Flat's getting excited.
Yeah, that was really hype. Okay. Tango's.
Yeah, it's the improved auto attack
What is Super going to go
point
for?
coming into play a little bit.
I almost always see him go...
He normally goes the mech.
Yeah, mech with...
Stacks the Ancients, maxes as the spray.
But he
goes
almost
mech.
never gets Greevil's Greed. He didn't last time I saw him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you definitely want that 1 point now with the bounty rune change.
Yeah.
The quadruple value is pretty sweet.
Do they have stacks in there for him? I don't think so.
Probably not yet, but I'd be very surprised if they don't sometime soon. And
Oh, Moosery's in some trouble. Grave is still on cooldown
No.
from earlier. Y comes in with a heal bomb. They turn it around, and it's Envy that gets the kill.
no mana for axes.
Wow.
That would have been.
Bounty Hunter has a lot of armor, too. That was ridiculous.
Great heads-up play from the Dazzle. That's like max damage that you can get in that kind of a scenario with the heal bomb. Or close to it, at least. Super hasted up here. Looks like mid, just a farm fest. Pretty even. So what do you think in build-wise for the solo mid Alk this game, Merlini?
We were just talking about it. We think mech, but, I mean, things could change with the Greevil's Greed.
When do you want to get a farming tool on Alk? You have the Greevil's Greed. Maybe we'll hold that thought.
Versus this lineup, probably you don't get one.
And Midas versus Battle Fury, when...
You don't get it in this lineup.
Okay.
He's not that guy. He's not that alchemist.
Gotcha.
I mean, they don't really need to like get greedy farming items,
Yeah.
right? Because they have track, they have Greevil's Greed, they have good Roche potential, they can take towers. If they get ahead and can start getting kills, like their lineup naturally just gets even farther.
They need
ahead.
to keep Storm underfarmed as well as save their towers. I think that's more important than getting farm of their own.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would agree.
Stretch the game out so they can let those carries shine.
So far, the offlane Storm is getting a lot out of the lane. Now, it is a dual lane here, whereas Ice is on his own.
Like
but-
a laning Chen for the most part. He
I
just
mean, what
keeps
else
pulling
can you
creeps
do?
out
If
of
you go to the jungle, the bounty hunter can leech your experience, snipe your creeps, block your camps. It kind of sucks to be stuck top, but I don't know that there's really a whole lot else he can do. And then you're also trying to deward against him, which
It's
is
an
not easy.
interesting way to deal with the bounty hunter, though. It looks like Big Daddy's actually trying to take last hits here. So it's sort of a support Storm at this point, almost supporting the Chen more than the other way around. Well, they're both farming a bit. I guess he's just trying to give some baseline of farm to Big Daddy.
I think Letrix build is going to be really important too. Like prior to 6.84, we saw a lot of Yules first, so you can actually hit your stun. But now I'm not so
The core
sure.
Leshes were generally going Bloodstone. Like Musica, for example, was doing it. I believe KYXY rushed it as well.
But now
Usually
do you
like
go-
straight brown
But now do you
boots
go
into it.
Octarine first, or
Yeah,
do you-
I'm very interested to see what build he wants.
I think it's. I mean, Point Booster first. I think is very standard. Even if you don't build anything on the Point Booster, it's still good.
Just get the great stats from it.
It's just so efficient.
Yeah. The early Bloodstone is really tempting because it just
Uh-oh.
lets you snowball a little bit. Ice in the bottom lane. In some trouble here. Envy only level 5. There's no Eclipse. Can't quite finish him off. But gets him low. Beastmaster.
Boris
farming
saving
too well.
lives.
Yeah. 11-3. Not terrible, but nothing crazy.
So it looks like Cloud9 are winning at least 2 out of 3 lanes. Actually, I guess Miz a wash.
Oh, this could be a big rune. Ace to Dragonite level 6.
Okay.
They're gonna have Eclipse soon as well.
Yeah, Cloud9 getting close to that point where the push will commence. Big Daddy almost gets set up on here. Split Earth does connect. Hal going in deep. He's got the lightning. We'll send it out, but
Can't even punish him though. Like he's able to back off for now. Hal takes a clap.
Fenrir's got plenty of sustain.
Bone 7 just not very high level. I think he's like level 4 at this point. So
Yep. Not much he can do.
Yeah, I am curious to see, does Cloud9 look to push with the Eclipse a little bit? It seems like for now they just want to get as much experience as possible, though, as they're still with the 2-1-2.
Yeah.
they don't have to. I mean, it depends on what Vici's going to do. If they spot a weakness in their tower defense, I think they can just rotate and get a gank, kill a tower. But as of right now, like Super's really difficult to kill in mid, and he's almost always going to be top because of his ultimate. Top lane, Letrix, not. They have 3 people up there, so that's not really vulnerable. Bottom looks to be the best place to smoke gank and take a tower, especially with EE almost hitting 6.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter not getting too much there. Actually has one last hit right now. Is he remotely close to level 6?
No.
I don't think so. Oh, okay, yeah, level 2. So FY is the sacrificial lamb right now. He's got an oof. That's something. Oh, they're going to pick on the Dazzle.
No roar yet.
All right, only level 5.
And they do have Eclipse. This couldn't go poorly for Vici if they try to engage.
1-3-1 build from Ice Ice Ice. It's a little bit interesting. You'll see some Beastmasters actually skip that first point.
Doink!
In the aura, the inner beast.
So it looks like it will be the mech build.
Okay. Good call.
I think if he didn't go mech, it maybe could be just an early Crimson Guard, I guess, but it's more likely I think we'll see the mech.
Does Glimmer Cape come to mind at all for this kind of Alchemist?
They have a lot of physical damage from Luna and from Chen, as well as Dazzle.
They have a lot of physical. They have a fair bit of magical damage, though, too, to be fair.
I think the HP is really good, though.
Moosery in some trouble here. FY and Ice 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 on their way in. There's your Shallow Grave.
He's got no TP,
There's
but
some
they do have
follow-up here.
Eclipse.
And FY doing some math, trying to figure out if he can get this kill. They know the
They
Bounty
need the
Hunter's
stun.
nearby. Super's coming in. There's the stun. That'll secure the kill. FY just leeching some XP.
That was nice.
Convenient invisibility rune.
Yeah, stun to the Luna, no chance of a turnaround. That was just very well played overall. By
They need more detection on
Vici
Cloud9.
Gaming.
The only reason Bounty Hunter's able to make that play, they might not have vision if Bounty Hunter's not there. Oh, nice. Some stack stealage, too.
Oh, Storm Spirit was getting some space up top. The cast won't take any bounces, but does stun, and that'll be the end of the mana pool for Bone7. Lesh trying to close the gap, hits him with the lightning. Finds a little bit more mana. Looks like he'll pop that Soul Ring, and he'll be able to stay alive. But Misery coming on in. How taking a lot of damage, but Fenrir's here. They're behind the tower. Creeps nearby, but another TP in. Looks like the Dragon Knight's here. Fada wants to clean things up. How TP's out.
Oh, close call.
That moment of
Fenrir will make it
indecision.
out.
I can stun the Witch Doctor, but I really want to kill the more important hero.
Yeah, and ends up getting nothing.
He also could have used an
Always
ultimate,
tough.
so it was a lot of indecision coming out from Fada. You don't see that coming out often from him.
That was kind of an awkward situation, though.
Yeah, it was.
Especially the...
Can't hesitate, dude.
Yeah. Oh, mid lane. Super could be in some trouble here. Bone7 initiates. Big Daddy following up with a set of
I don't
stuns.
think they can kill him.
They just don't have the damage for it.
Super's not even scared.
Now he's got the mech. He's going to go back in. May not be able to get the kill, but that's a very fast
He
mech.
didn't even pop his buckler. It's like, I know I'm not going to die.
Peace.
But up top, Fenrir, he gets stove. Now Fada deep behind the tower. FY on his way in. There's your Shallow Grave from Misery. But
this
they're in
Slash
deep.
is going to do work.
What
Two
a
heroes
stun
done.
from How. Beautiful. There's one, and make it two as Misery does what damage he can before dying.
That
That's
is
two here.
That is so much experience for Vici Gaming.
They really needed that experience for FY, because he was on that.
So they have mech, the Bounty Hunter level 6, probably not that far off after that fight, and honestly, I think Vici is going to be very strong if they want to even group up and go for some bigger fights.
Look at that Cloud9 lineup, and this is close to the time when they should be hitting one of the first peaks of their power curve with the five-man push.
Look at the difference in net worth in between these two now. It's almost 2,000, and their CS can't be that much different in between Super and Fada.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
It's a difference of 10.
Yeah, so, I mean, the value point Gribble is great.
It's
worth it.
Value. There you go. At least here it is.
How many bounty runes did he get? Did he get any?
I wasn't counting.
2-minute rune with a haste. He didn't get the 8-minute or 6-minute.
He did get that one invisibility. I don't think he's gotten too many bounties, actually.
Yeah. Imagine if he gets some.
He got the first.
And he has a double
He got the
damage
first
right
one,
now.
I think.
Yeah, he got the
the
one.
first rune.
But did he? I guess he took Reevel's.
Yeah, he
greater
took
levels.
Reevel's
Yeah, I
level
think-
1. Yeah.
If you get bounty rune, you
better.
you better get it. That's 300 gold lost if you don't.
Yeah, that's insane.
Delicious.
Okay.
One of the players in
This
the car
is-
was telling
this
me
is
about
classic Cloud9, man.
trying to farm bounty runes on Alco. We'll hold that thought here. Fata in some trouble, stunned up, plenty of damage to bring him down. They'll kill the Dragon Knight with the double damage.
Straight into the pit they go.
out.
Oh, they know.
Oh,
they know.
boy.
Oh, good map
Defensive
sense here
green.
for Vici. This
Weave
could
has
be
come
trouble.
out. Cask bouncing around. Can they find the kills, though?
That
here?
that Eclipse is not getting it done. Super with the 3 heroes done. No, only 2. As Big Daddy skates away, they're going to lose 1.
No
Maybe
grave.
more. Big damage on the EE. Stun coming out from Hal. Too late.
Oh, why did
he went for the slow first. Oh.
Big Daddy, he'll get interrupted, though, and this will end up being a 3-for-0 outside of the Roche Pit. The Creeps
I think he
doing him any
had
favors.
already cast it before he realized that the TP was going to happen and that he just didn't cancel
That's
it.
just, man, that smoke was so sick because they knew, like, if no one's there with DK, they know that they're in Roche. And that was, like, the best timing that they could possibly have.
And they committed Eclipse to that lost fight as well. Now Vici's going to get Aegis here. It looks like Tao will be very close to that first item, the Soul Booster, Bloodstone maybe we see early, and they're going to have a lot of momentum.
Rip Hawk, dude. The Hawk tanked the Eclipse for them.
This Alchemist is starting to get out of control. This is a hero
really
that
is.
you look at.
Look at his net worth.
Yeah, you look at how far ahead he is right now. If this keeps up 10 minutes, he is just going to take over. Super's 9.5-minute purchase of mech is the 5th fastest of all time on Alchemist. Wow, that's impressive.
Is that the counter to the DK mid? I'm not actually sure.
I mean, when he hit level 6, DK was in Dragon form, and he was like running at him in Chemical Rage, just smacking him. Not even taking damage, really. And he had no items then, just the buckler.
And you can actually out-economize the Dragon Knight in the mid lane and not die.
It's pretty good. They farmed very evenly. Fata gets a tier 1 tower in the top lane. Let's say actually just go to the way of the
What's
Radiant.
EE going for? Is he drums, HOD?
Looks like HOD.
I feel like
Still
it's
has
gonna
that
be
mango.
it's gonna be very hard to do that, like H-hood stacking kind of farm Dota against this lineup.
Big Daddy in some trouble here. FY has him tracked, and that'll finish him off nice and quick. Oh
Wow,
my.
that Shuriken does so much more damage now than before. Oh,
Yeah, it really does.
goodness. I thought he had Dagon.
I thought that was the Death Ward at first. I was like, that's a funky... Oh, okay. Never mind. And down bottom, they trade 1-for-1, tier 1 towers, rather. Ice, Ice, Ice. Doing some pushing.
Yeah, the amount of damage it did, it looked like the Shadow Wave earlier that bounced like 5 times or whatever it was. That was pretty crazy.
I have to admit, these Luna Beams are throwing me off. They look so different from what I'm used to. I'm not used to that one yet.
That track.
It's a good track. Yeah, I mean, they're all grouped up mid. He also... Who did he track? Yeah, he tracked Luna. Luna has night vision, so like they gain so much vision from that track.
Wow. You're right.
And he's trying to go Dominator, but honestly, you're up against Beastmaster and Bounty Hunter. I feel like there's very little chance Vici just let Cloud9 like stack ancients, farm the jungle. They're gonna have to fight, it looks like. Vici just keep on pressing in and...
And VG can steal ancient stacks as well with the out, which is very scary.
Ideally, they'd have a really farmed Storm who can get a gem, but I mean, Bone is number 7 out of 10 on net worth. He is in Strug City.
Oh, Fata, speaking of Strug City here, they're going to start to tighten up. Ice, Ice, Ice starts things off with a roar. Fenrir comes in, Cask bounces it around, goes right back to Fata. He gets hit by the curse, but he has
that
Shadow
next
Amulet.
level Shadow Amulet.
Is he gonna try and axe him down?
It's gonna take a while. Only level 2 axes.
FY's coming. They know exactly where he is. This is a
Well,
little
I mean,
bit awkward.
he's dead, right?
Do they have Maledict on Fenrir?
Somebody's coming in. Is there a detection? Nope.
He's not getting
Okay,
out of here.
okay.
He's
So
just
Witch Doctor have
delaying the
Maledict?
inevitable.
Okay. Oh, they can stun him here. There you go.
Does that have enough mana?
Pulse Nova.
This is way harder than it needs to be.
This is weird. All right, Edict. They hit him with the axes.
he's too tanky.
He has 16 magic stars.
got-
He can actually do the same thing. Actually, he might get tracked.
Charges bottle. He's still alive.
Welcome to the Summit 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Hal's like, I really want this kill.
They're just gonna let him go? Okay, we got the boar there. You ain't going anywhere. FY is gonna pretend like he doubled back. This
The hero boar.
Meanwhile, top lane, actual action.
All right, well, Alchemist gets killed up top. He did just pick up his Shadow Blade, so minimal losses
where's the
there.
detection here? What is the courier doing?
Can we just ferry out some dust here,
Courier
guys?
is doing nothing.
It's just chilling at these.
He
Okay.
eats his stick charges. Now he TP's out. Does he live? No, interrupted by How. They may get it after all.
After
Shadow
all
Amulet,
that-
though, it's off cooldown, but he's tracked now. He'll get stunned. They finally get the
baited
kill.
him.
Ooh.
They
So
baited him to leave.
they baited him into a 3-hero track kill. That was yeesh.
I think Fada can look at that death and be like, that was kind of value. They
No, Vici
spent
baited
a
him
lot of
out
time.
to un-Shadow Amulet.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
know,
smart.
but still, Fata, he had like 3.5 heroes occupied.
Suddenly
for
a
just about
Dagon on
minute.
FY at 16.
What?
Yeah, this guy was level 2 at like, what, 7 minutes?
Something like that.
That fight top was so big for
Wow.
Vici Gaming.
That's a big lead for 15 minutes. Feels a lot more even than that. 7,500 gold.
And that Dagon is a great item against Dazzle, Chen, just bursting heroes before they can be graved,
Luna.
healed.
Yeah, even Luna at this stage, she's
Yeah.
squishy.
Yeah, either killing the supports or just killing the Luna before they can heal her. That's a game changer.
Yeah, things just got a lot more difficult for the Dazzle. At this point, if he gets hit by a Split Earth, a Lightning, and the Dagon, he's dead before he can even grave.
They need a lot more sentries on C9. Shadowblade and Bounty Hunter. They can't afford to give that many more kills.
At this rate, I think both sides need more detection, to be perfectly honest. Although let's see, 2 dust on C9.
I mean, the difference is
1 on
Vici. Vici has so much vision, though, from the Hawk and track. Like, just look. It's Cloud9 who have to group up all the time. And, they might lose. Whoa, Super with the self-stun. The headbutt kill.
Easy Dagon.
That's one of those, like, 2 people just headbutt each other and they both get knocked out. And
Yeah, it was smart.
Bounty
enough.
Hunter comes in and
If
zaps
Bounty
him.
Hunter ran in for vision, he would have gotten hit by the Remnant. And then, yeah, it would have been a little bit more awkward of a fight.
That is a fast Dagon. Time to start leveling it up, honestly.
Oh, Smoke Pop. EE does not care.
Uh-oh, he gets hit by the roar. He in a lot of trouble here. Track comes out. Dazzle's on the way. Is there a shallow grave that'll get there in time? There is. Envy stays alive a bit longer, tries to TP home. Any way to stop it? Nope, he survives.
Oh,
nicely played, but
double
Misery.
4 Necro Book. Misery forced the TP out. Cask not happening, and now the chase goes out onto the Chen creeps. How is going to clean those up? That's pretty much his Bloodstone.
He gets all 3 also. Wow. Very nice for the left.
17-minute Bloodstone. You've got a Dagon Bounty Hunter running around. Everybody is getting farmed on this team except for the Witch Doctor. Bounty Hunter is more farmed than the enemy Storm and Dragon Knight. This is the gold strat, apparently.
This is getting out of control. You look at the Vici line, you think, it's a little greedy. How are they going to handle the lanes? And if you are able to farm, I mean, they've got the economy.
I mean, this Vici Gaming squad, they played the D2CL finals, got destroyed by Empire, and looked like Empire has looked really good, but also looked like maybe Vici Gaming weren't necessarily kings of the new patch as they had been for the old version, but they're making Cloud9 look easy right now.
Well, Envy's now picked up his Yasha, still very susceptible to this burst damage. Trying to get that baseline of farming tools. You look at the net worth, though, he's the only one that's farming well in his team. Everybody else is quickly falling behind. Ice ahead of everyone as the off-laner except for the position 1.
You really don't want weak links versus a bounty hunter either. You want like everyone to be more normalized, but I mean,
because you can just keep picking on the weak one over and over.
Yeah, and just so much track goal coming out. But
is that a silver edge on the way? Yeah, sure is.
That could be Sanji Yasha.
He already has the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, super likes to play this aggressive alk, whatever the items are. He wants to get up in your face, just with the bounty hunter pick. Like, Vici Gaming can farm, but they don't really need to. They just want to keep on taking the fight to C9 and don't let them group up and try to...
really good against Dragon Knight. It breaks his Dragon's blood.
They have to commit pretty hard for this.
Oh, they're not getting anyone. Look at that zap. Eternal Envy's almost dead off the bat. Now the Death Ward starts going. Storm with the pull. They are going to Grave Envy, keep him alive for now. Fenrir forced back. Envy in danger. The cast continuing to bounce. Gets brought down. Hal finishes off 2 and looks for more. Where's that stun? Looking on the high ground. Still not throwing it out. Big Daddy could be next. This is 3. Might be 4. Misery. Where's the follow-up? The Roar of the Exus.
Oh my.
They get him to a 1-for-4 exchange. And it was only a bounty hunter they got in the end. Vici Gaming are clobbering C9.
That burst on FY, or that burst onto EE was ridiculous. He was at like 200 HP within half a second of the fight starting.
Power of the Dagon, man. And even the boar did a lot of work there. I think Big Daddy could have at least stayed alive a bit longer, but the slow, there's just no getting away from. You can't outrun a Witch Doctor.
11 Bloodstone charges at 20 minutes, sub 20 minutes, and time to break the base, says Vici Gaming.
Glyph comes out.
They're apparently ready for game 2.
This is scary.
Farm left track is really ridiculous.
The Chen was just shut down so hard as far as, and this type of draft, he's really the key to the strat.
Oh, here's a stun on the Big Daddy. They still want to fight it. Grave comes out, all heal from Chen before he goes down. The cask bouncing around like crazy. They'll go for Envy. They've already gotten Big Daddy. Another 2-0 in this fight. GG is called. Cloud9's had enough. It's Vici Gaming that come out big. Another quick game in our 3rd series today. 5-20.
What a draft.
That was impressive from Vici Gaming.
They picked that bounty hunter right away, and they're like, we have the solution for your DK Chen, and apparently they were right.
FY played really well because he didn't try to... He knew that the Chen was hindered just by staying in the lane, right? Chen is not a laning hero. If you're forced to lane with them, something is going drastically wrong for your team, and the other team can get a lot of it as long as the bounty hunter doesn't try and stick with it. And he just opened up the entire map for them. Even bottom lane, Ice was able to win his lane because of the threat of the bounty hunter.